Okay, and we are on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Gregory Gerald, 231418. And appearance, counsel?
Morning, Your Honor. Chris Shemke appearing on behalf of my client. This time we sent the back via Zoom.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Gerald, your name, please.
Gregory Joseph Gerald.
All right, thank you. And counsel, today's date scheduled for sentencing on your client's plea to the public intoxication. And did you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay. And are there any corrections that need to be made?
He no longer lives in Trenton with his mother. He actually lives with a relative at another location, which he can provide to the court. And he is currently not employed at Hollingsworth. Otherwise, the PSI is factually accurate.
Okay. I show that my information shows that he is homeless off and on. But there's an address in Lincoln Park that was provided. Is that a valid address, or is that the family member?
Mr. Gerald, what is the address that you currently would be residing at upon potential release?
Garfield. It was actually, that's where my grandfather and my mom's ex-husband lives.
Okay, and is that Wyandotte or Lincoln Park?
Lincoln Park.
Okay, that's not the address we had, but okay. And so, counsel, as to the recommendation.
Your Honor, we would respectfully request that it be adopted.
All right. Well, the court will note that Mr. Gerald currently has 6 warrants and 1 out of Ohio. Mr. Gerald also had a public intoxication conviction, which is one of many convictions on his criminal history, in February 9th of 23. And then the next day he had a malicious destruction of property, February 10th. And sir, you've indicated that you're not currently under doctor's care, but you have medications that are prescribed to you. How are you getting those medications if you're not under a doctor's care?
Me, ma'am? You're talking to me. You're talking to me, right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
How am I getting medications not being underneath? I've been taking them inside a year, and then when I actually got to, it was I was at Hope Crest or Crescent Hope. One of the two, I forget exactly where they had me on it there. I haven't actually been able to take it, is what I've been trying to say. Like, being honest, like, and I had no idea that I had 6 points for my arrest either as well. I apologize.
Yes, they are out of the following locations: 20th District Court in Dearborn Heights, because you failed to appear for a trespassing matter. Then also, I don't know why this is flashing. And then also you failed to appear in Waterford for disorderly conduct matter. And then then you failed to appear for a disturbing the peace matter out of Flint. You failed to appear for a urinating in public charge in Dearborn, and a possession of paraphernalia in Dearborn, and a loitering out of Lincoln Park. So those are the ones that are in Michigan.
Right. I haven't understood any of these charges whatsoever, as you're saying, and like, I'm just being honest.
What do you mean you haven't understood them? You've
I
already been to court. Well, you were charged with those.
What's that?
You were charged with those. What do you mean you don't understand those charges?
Because what's going on is like it's like I feel like somebody's been using my name, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, because there's some of these charges that you're mentioning I have never even heard before.
Well, it seems as though a lot of these include consumption of alcohol. So then there's also a matter out of Ohio, you failed to appear for disorderly intoxication. So what the court's going to do.
Yeah.
Is, let me see here. Okay, so the court, based upon your criminal history, your current charges, the fact that you have 2 convictions just a couple of months prior to this matter, one of which is the same type of charge, the court's going to indicate that it's going to adopt the recommendation that you're not a candidate for probation. The court's going to indicate 90 days jail, credit for 36 days, which is a balance of 54 days to serve. And the court's going to waive fines and costs. Right. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. All right, thank you. All right, we're going to go off the record for a moment. I don't know what's going on with the screen. Okay, and we are going on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Mark Seamak, 231751. And appearance, counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shen, appearing on behalf of my client, Simon consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Seamak, your name, please. Mr. Seamak, your name, please. Okay, Joe, I can't hear him. You're not muted, but I can't hear him.
Mark Gerald Seamak.
Okay, very good, thank you. All right, and counsel, as to the arraignment.
In the arraignment, will waive formal reading. My client stands muted.
All right, the court will waive the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment, and schedule this matter for pretrial on July 25th. At 9:30. And as to bond counsel.
Your Honor, my client's currently has disability, lives with his wife with relatives. I'm respectfully requesting consideration for a personal bond. He indicates he's not on probation or parole.
Okay. Okay, and so Mr. Seamak, you're not currently on probation or parole anywhere?
Can you put that person in the prosecutor's office, Bobby?
Mr. Seamak?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, if you were to test today other than alcohol, would there be anything else detected in your system?
Just yesterday, I had a shot of Ativan from the hospital, and I was walking home, and the officer was seeing me, and that's when I got that's why I got the ticket right there, because I got a shot of Ativan from the doctor, and I guess I was a little woozy. So the doctors gave me those, I'm sorry, the police officers gave me those tickets.
Well, sir, I think you've lost a day somewhere because this is alleged to have occurred on July 15th, which was Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Saturday. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, well. How long have you been in this area, sir? Have you lived in this area?
At least 7 years, 8 years I lived in Riverview.
Are you out on bond in any other jurisdiction?
No, ma'am.
And who do you live with at the home, sir?
I live with my wife and her 2 parents.
And have you ever failed to appear in court for any reason, even for any probation appointments you may have been on probation for?
No, ma'am.
So you have a pretty extensive criminal history. And how long has it been, sir, since you've been unable to work and you've been receiving disability?
About 4 years, 5 years. And I haven't been in trouble in years, you know.
Well, it would appear as though you haven't been in trouble at least since 2017, according to your criminal history, but you have a significant amount from Macomb County. All right, given your criminal history, the court wants to make sure you're going to be returning to court and complying with the conditions the court's going to impose. The court's going to indicate a $3,500 10% bond. In the event you post bond, sir, you are to participate in random testing. You're not to consume or possess any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. And so, sir, if bond is posted, you need to report directly to the probation department here so they can get you set up with that testing. All right?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, what was that?
When was the next court date?
July 25th, next
Okay.
Tuesday.
All right.
So, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We are going on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Basher, 231484. And Sergeant, your name for the record, please.
Sergeant Robert Fitzpatrick.
All right, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you. And you may proceed on the warrant.
Your Honor, on June 20th, 2023, at approximately 4:20 a.m., Officer Adam Grote observed Basher riding a bike in the area of 4th Street and Goddard. Basher matched the description of an LFA suspect that ran from him earlier in the shift. Officer Grote exited the vehicle and spoke with Basher. Basher was unable to provide identification but gave his information verbally. Basher also advised that he was on probation for possession of methamphetamine. Basher gave consent to search his person. During that search, Officer Grote found multiple items of paraphernalia with methamphetamine residue and a rectangular-shaped substance consistent with that methamphetamine. Basher advised that the residue of the paraphernalia was in fact methamphetamine. The rectangular-shaped object weighed 10.26 grams and was field tested positive to be methamphetamine by Officer Grote. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Examination complaining witness. I find the offense charge was committed. There's probable cause to believe the defendant committed the offense. And good morning, counsel. Your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chris Pacheco here. We have my client's time to consent to the matter being heard via Zoom. As to arraignment, away from reading, my client stands muted.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Basher, your name, please.
Thomas Basher.
Oh, didn't we just see you just a short little while ago?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay. All right, the court's going to waive the formal reading. And I'm going to give you your rights again, but they may already be fresh in your mind still. You have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you have an opportunity to speak to an attorney today, correct?
I didn't hear you quite. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't hear all that.
Okay. You have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you had an opportunity to speak to an attorney today, correct?
Ma'am, yes.
You also have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Schedule this matter for probable cause conference on June 29th at 8:40 a.m. And are you currently on probation also, sir?
I am. I have a court date with 33rd District tomorrow, Thursday at 9:30.
Okay, and that's for possession of controlled substance also, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you were bound over from this court on possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine as well, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it a condition of your bond? And I'm also presuming a condition of your probation in the 33rd District Court, not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed?
Yes.
Okay. And I don't believe you have a prescription for methamphetamine. All right, counsel, as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Bond, my client is gainfully employed as a strong family support system. We respectfully request any leniency this court would consider.
All right. And Sergeant Fitzpatrick, would you like to address bond?
Your Honor, approximately 21 days ago, arrested for the exact same thing that brings you in front of him today. And I'm certain that this arrest violates the bond conditions that you set forth for him relating to that arrest. At his last arrest, he currently had an outstanding warrant from another jurisdiction for possession of narcotics. He's currently on probation for the same charge that he's here for today. Additionally, it's not clear if he was in fact the LFA suspect that ran from Officer Grove earlier in the shift. There's no way to verify that at this time. However, it does appear that his relationship with methamphetamine is not healthy for himself and may have negative effects on citizens and community as well. With that in mind, I believe $20,000 10% bond may be appropriate in this manner.
Okay, Mr. Basher.
Yes, ma'am. I did not have an outstanding warrant. It was set for a court date for the 33rd District. I wasn't on the run, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, it's possible that a warrant could issue without you technically being on the run, meaning that you failed to appear. It's possible that the probation department would issue a warrant based upon your charge that was bound over. Whether they notified you or not, I'm not sure.
I called them and they told me about the court date, so.
Okay, all right. So, sir, I'm not sure what you're not understanding about not to possess or use it. So, not only have you violated this court's bond, you violated your probation terms, and now you have another felony charge. What was your bond on the matter that was just bound over?
It was 10%. It was $32.50 for both of them. For the one with the 33rd District and the one for here. So that's what it was to get me out anyway.
The previous bond that you set forth in his last matter, Your Honor, was $2,500 cash, $25,000, 10%.
All right. Well, so here's what I'm going to do this time. I'm doubling it this time. You're out on bond from this court on the exact same charge that you now have. You have a probation matter that you also are on probation for possession charge as well. So you're not getting it, sir. You're not getting it.
have a problem, ma'am. I will say too that the 10-gram are not methamphetamine. It's a piece of soapstone used for marking steel. I told the officer that time and time again. I don't know what.
So this is what he claims he had. Not the meth. This. He just happened to have a meth pipe.
Why they think that's. I did the paraphernalia. I did have that in my possession.
Your Honor, I advise my client to not speak as to the facts of the case right now. Anything he says can and will be used against him.
All right, thank you. So Mr. Basher, your attorney is indicating for you to stop talking at this point. The court's going to indicate a $50,000 cash, 10% bond. In the event you post bond, sir, the court's going to indicate GPS tether, house arrest. You may work with proof shown. That means you can only go to and from work, sir. And I'll say it again, you're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. All right, anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, have a good day. We're going to be off the